With gold's recent rally, many investors are wondering, where does it go from here? Joining me today from the floor of the CME is Bill Baruch, president of Blue Line Futures. Bill, good to have you back on. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me on again.
Bill, as you know, you and I have been speaking almost daily here offline through the rally. We've come off a little bit since those highs, but where do we go from here?
Well, right now, as this market comes in a bit from the highs, you have a lot of support, 1396 to 1400. Above there, the bulls in their driver's seat, and I think the path of least resistance stays higher. Close below there starts to worry me. We're going to consolidate a bit and try and go a little lower. I like this move, and this is a bullish breakout above the 5-year trend. It's a matter of where we kind of go from here in the sense of holding support and more immediate term move higher, or a consolidation before moving higher.
So where do you think is the next leg up? You know, there was talk of 1,500, 1,600, even 1,700 gold. Is that in the cards for you?
Yeah, I think we make a run at 1484 over the next 2 months, and that could see more of a little bit of a seasonal setback after that. But I think over the next 2 months, the path least resistance is higher. It's technically higher and fundamentally. So 1480 is what I'm targeting.
Right. And Bill, there's a lot of moving pieces. We're speaking here ahead of the G-20. Obviously, we have the standoff here between Iran and the U.S. And we have Jerome Powell, who came out earlier this week saying, hey, everyone's expecting a rate cut in July, but maybe not so fast.
You're right. In looking at the Fed being more dovish than expected at the meeting last week, ultimately, that helped lift gold higher. It helped put a little bit of pressure on the dollar. Now, the dollar really hasn't sold off. And one of the reasons why is I think there's a lot of safe haven tailwinds in the dollar because of the trade war. You're looking at Europe being weaker, China being weaker, and that's lifted the dollar. So I think if we get progress on the trade war front this week, then we'll see actually the dollar sell off. And that in turn will lift gold. At the same time, we're not seeing growth statistics come into play that are better just because the trade war. The global growth has been deteriorating for a while, and now it's the trade war just speeding the process up. So I do think if we see progress on the trade war, then the dollar could sell off, gold lifts up, gold lifts higher. But the Fed still remains dovish.
All right. Well, we will definitely be watching closely. Bill Baruch, thank you so much for joining us from the floor of the CME.
Thank you.
And thanks for watching. Reporting from New York City, I'm Daniela Cambone.